Hello, welcome back everybody. I am the Bradley Assassin. This is the Bradley Assassin live stream. We discuss cryptocurrency news in general, specifically Dogecoin as of late. That is one of the more popular coins, but we dig very deep every day to try and bring everybody the latest and most up-to-date breaking news we can on cryptocurrency as a whole. And today we got a little bit of Starlink information, being that Mr. Elon Musk is pretty much related to Dogecoin and whatnot. So just pulling everything we can right now and waiting for major updates and major news that can, directly positively affect the coins. But we got what we got, and we'll go over it, and hopefully it's some news and information to some of my faithful viewers and followers out there. So welcome, appreciate it. Okay, all right. So let me just, like I do every day, triple check my Miss Stephanie Deaton says just posted Robinhood response from Vlad himself. I saw he was getting drilled today, so let me go ahead and refresh and see what we got. Right, okay. Thank you to our customers. Okay, I see what you did there. And it's a little, yeah, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna go ahead and let everyone check that out in a second. So thank you for that, Miss Stephanie Deaton. We that might be the first order of business, since I'm sure there's a ton of eyes on that. A lot of people want to know what's going on. Okay, yeah. So it looked like they were drilling him pretty hard today. And I guess so. I mean, it was bad. So yeah, I'm gonna have to go back and look at it in its entirety. But we do have a little clip from the Robinhood meetings and discussions today and whatnot. So that'll probably be the first order of business. But as you can see in the headlines, ultimately Doge is up, or was up. It touched 20% in the last 24 hours. So much positivity in the pricing for Dogecoin today. So that's a very positive note for the Dogecoin movement and those that follow the channel here. And then, of course, we're gonna touch on a little bit of the Starlink SpaceX program. There's actually I dug up some news of a gentleman that is in the beta test program and is actually connected, and he has just a little bit of information on that. I thought everyone would like to see that. And then I say it's a major Vechain update, and I guess technically it is. It's a partnership that they had agreed to back in, I want to say, November, but it actually launched today. It's now active and whatnot, so we're going to touch on that too. So positive news for Dogecoin, positive news for Vechain, and then of course the Robinhood debacle that we're going to touch on. So hello, welcome everybody that I didn't get to say hi to. Appreciate it. We're going to touch on a few of those things before we get into some question and answer. But first and foremost, we're going to, Miss Stephanie Deaton shared a link about the Robinhood discussions, and there's a little short video with Vlad actually being interviewed, and I guess he has a message for everyone. So we're going to get to that first. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we're going to pop right into that real quick, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go ahead and knock that out.
Hello everyone, I'm Vlad, the CEO and co-founder of Robinhood. I wanted to reach out to you directly as I just finished meeting with members of the House Financial Services Committee. Over the last couple of weeks, I've heard from many of you personally. Support, disappointment, ideas, encouragement. You have shared so much, and I'm so grateful. The passion that so many of you show towards Robinhood is incredible. It's what drives our team to continue building a great product and a great experience. You are who we started this company for, and we never forget that. We want Robinhood to be there for everyone. What happened was not acceptable to us. To our customers, we apologize and are sorry, and we are doing everything we can to make sure this will not happen again. Customers have always been at the center of how we think about scaling Robinhood, no matter what stage of investing you're at, from just starting out or if you're well into your financial journey. Democratizing finance and enabling access isn't always easy, but it's never been more important. And we are committed to serving our customers as best we can and to enable more people to start their investing journey. We've got more information on our blog at Robinhood.com. Thank you again for being a member of the Robinhood community.
So yeah, you know, I couldn't hold it together yesterday after reading that tweet, so I definitely can't look at this dude with a straight face. And you know, you guys can take that for what it's worth, I suppose, and maybe come up with your own prediction or expectations of which way Robinhood's going and how that's going to play out for the team and whatnot. But yeah, Mr. Vlad, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so yeah, good luck to that crew and that gentleman. I mean, it's just been a shit show of him trying to save face and whatnot. And you know what? I think we kind of touched on that a lot, and you know, we appreciate the updates, and that's what we're here for. But yeah, I think we should move on from that for a little bit, so that we can maybe focus on some positivity and maybe what we can actually do to improve ourselves and maybe make some smart investments, as opposed to harping on the ridiculousness that's being brought to our attention with the whole Robinhood situation. And we will monitor it. I'm not saying we won't, but I mean, you know, come on, bruh. Okay, so moving on. But thanks for that update, Miss Stephanie Deaton, and we are moving right along. So I think next we can jump into a CoinMarketCap recap. I'd like everyone to take a look at the current situation of the market real quick before we get into some further news. Vechain Baby's asking any thoughts on Coinbase IPO. Yeah, I didn't. Unfortunately, I don't know why I didn't, but I think it was last night I was looking at it. And I'm doing this from memory, so please correct me if I'm wrong. I came across somewhere where the Coinbase IPO with Nasdaq was like, I think they had maybe valued it, you know, came up with a value, like a value number or whatnot of what the company be worth, and you know, I guess to give you an idea of what the IPO is going to launch at. But if I'm not mistaken, and maybe I can dig it up in a few minutes after we go over our initial news, but I want to say the initial IPO and the value, it was like at $70-something billion, maybe $79 billion or $78 billion. I saw it somewhere in the last couple of days, and I forgot to mark where I came across it, but obviously it's going to be substantial. Of course, I'd like to have some shares if I could, you know, but I don't think I'm gonna pull from my coin investments that I have just to do that. You know, I guess we'll have to do some more research into it and see kind of see where that falls and whatnot. And you know, the if you want to take a chance on trying and get in on the IPO early kind of thing as it launches. But yeah, very interesting, because obviously Coinbase is huge in the United States, all that stuff. So I'm sure it's gonna work out well. I don't see why it wouldn't. Let's see. Mike Maldonado asking again, check if I had a chance to check out PI or Pi. Not in detail. I know you've asked before, and a few people have. Obviously, a lot of people are on board. The Stanford project, if I believe I'm not mistaken. And a lot of people are looking into it and trying to get in early, as I think you can get yourself involved now before it launches and gets listed. So another thing that might be, you know, a good deal to get in very early on. I'm gonna have to do some more research and stuff like that. It's just I've been so slammed trying to keep up with these daily news involving Dogecoin and Vechain and all that sort of stuff. But yeah, I need to do some more research on it. A lot of people have been asking. So okay, let me we're gonna cover some more things. Let's do a CoinMarketCap recap real quick, so that we can at least get an idea of where the market is now before moving any further. And here we are at the CoinMarketCap.com. Obviously, for those that aren't familiar and are new to the channel, CoinMarketCap.com lists all the coins in descending order of market cap, so you can get an idea of what coins are where and why they are worth what they are worth. And then, of course, at the top, we have a total market cap in all of cryptocurrency at $1,596 billion. That's up about $100 billion from yesterday, if I'm not mistaken. And of course, the King Supreme reigning in at number one is Bitcoin at $968 billion, putting the coin at $51,634. And Ethereum in the number two spot with substantial growth in the last 7 days, similar to what Bitcoin is seeing at just under 10%, but with a new market cap of $222 billion, puts the coin at $1,937. Tether, the dollar coin, in the number three spot. Binance coin up to number four at $195. Polkadot in number five at $31. Cardano holding down the number six spot at 91 cents. XRP in the number seven spot at 53 cents. Litecoin in the number eight spot at $227. Chainlink at number 9 at $32.44. For those that follow the channel, know that Chainlink is my number 2 favorite long-term investment. That's very opinionated, but that's my personal opinion. And holding down the number 10 spot is Bitcoin Cash at $705. Some other coins of note we like to keep tabs on here, the Bradley Assassin live stream, are Stellar Lumens at 49 cents. The ultra popular Dogecoin up 3 spots from yesterday with the huge 20% increase, ladies and gentlemen, in the last 24 hours, up to just under 6 cents. 20% increase in the last 24 hours, ladies and gentlemen. So that's always very positive to see. And market cap up to $7.6 billion. So fantastic last 24 hours for Dogecoin. And that's why we are here. And then, of course, Uniswap at $21. We have Tron at 5.5 cents. Vechain, my number 1 favorite long-term investment, and we have some news on Vechain that I'll get to everybody today, sitting at about 5.4 cents right now, up 35% in the last 7 days and 8% in the last 24 hours. And the graph, which I am invested in and I like to monitor, sitting at $2.29. Okay, and we're going to pop right on over to the latest from Mr. Lorenzo Stroh over at fxstreet.com. I like to keep tabs on these FX Street price predictions and updates as these gentlemen break down the analytical side and the graph side a little bit more. They're a little bit more there. That's where their expertise lies, and it's nice to see. And this headline reads, and this was today, I mean, very, very recent, just a few hours ago, a couple hours ago. Says a Dogecoin price prediction. Doge is ready for a new all-time highs after crucial rebound. And the 3 annotations say Dogecoin price needs to reconquer a critical support level to aim for a rebound. The digital asset faces only one big resistance level before a potential breakout to 9 cents. And then it says, however, the interest in Dogecoin has significantly declined in the past few weeks. And it has, but the technicals look good, and we did see a 20% increase today, so that's pretty good. And let me pop on over so I don't miss the chat, the super chat from Mr. Mike Maldonado. Says, thanks for the response and the info for the newbies. Thank you for the super chat, my friend. Incredibly generous. $3 super chat from Mr. Mike Maldonado. And I do my homework. It's just I got a lot of stuff listed here, but the Pi network I will not forget, my friend, as I need to get some more information on that so I can better educate myself and share the information with everyone here. Okay, so we're gonna hop back into some news updates as we were just touching on the Dogecoin price prediction from Mr. Lorenzo Stroh over at fxstreet.com. So he's just showing that that the technicals are looking good. If we can break through, it looks like we're gonna have a clear road to 9 cents if everything holds up. And of course, anytime we get media attention from the influencers and celebrities and that sort of stuff will ultimately help the case for this prediction here. So that's what we have on Dogecoin today. Not a ton of information, but we did see the massive 20% increase in the last 24 hours. And then, of course, this positive bit of analytical side from fxstreet.com. Now, hopping right into I mentioned some news about SpaceX and Starlink. I'd like everyone to see this. I dug this up today. I thought this was very, very interesting because obviously Starlink is already up and operational in at least some beta testing that some people might find very interesting, being that it's related to Mr. Elon Musk. And as you can see here, it reads, Northern Michigan man tests SpaceX's Starlink satellite internet. Excuse me. And this was released today. And it's the gentleman's last name is Springsteen. So it reads, Springsteen is an applicable customer for SpaceX's Starlink satellite service. He installed the satellite dish a week ago. And then you go on and it gives some information about the gentleman. And it says SpaceX has more than 1,000 of Starlink satellites in orbit. And then the gentleman says, he says, I wrote them and they have you put a pin on your map where you live and they do their GPS thing. And they said, yes, Starlink is SpaceX's plan to build an interconnected network with thousands of satellites. The goal is to deliver high-speed broadband internet to anywhere on the planet. And it says, for years, Springsteen has struggled with poor internet connection. He says, I'm currently paying $160 a month for mediocre internet. This will be $99 a month for unlimited, no data cap. He says, in addition to the monthly fee, it's a $500 package that you have to purchase that gives you a dish, a Wi-Fi router, and a terminal, that sort of stuff. And he goes on to say how now he can actually, him and his wife and his kids can be all surfing the internet without problems, as before the area didn't have great internet. That sort of stuff. And then, of course, just goes on to touch that Starlink originally filed for permission to launch 12,000 satellites. Since then, the company has filed to launch up to 42,000. And yeah, just some positive news about Elon Musk's SpaceX and Starlink program, as it's actually in beta and working for this gentleman. So Elon Musk news. I just thought that was worth touching on. And then moving on to another article I dug. This is just from a couple hours ago. This is pertaining to Vechain. We touch on Vechain here every day, as it's my number one long-term pick for investing in cryptocurrency. This is obvious to those that follow Vechain, but you know, I guess you have to, these people that are just getting into the space have to do their diligence. And it says here, cryptocurrency and retailer and luxury, how blockchain technology can promote sustainable shopping. And this is a little bit of a lengthy article. If you want to take some time to read it, it is at, let's see, KONNAANT medium.com. And it's just basically an article touching on what we touch on often here about how Vechain is involved in the supply chain industry and how they've come up with a process to practically eliminate counterfeiting, you know, so that they have a means to have authenticate items and products that are being shipped, and what Vechain is involved in. And this touches on how, like, the millennials and Generation Z customers are responsible for 85% of the global luxury sales, and how it stresses how important it is for luxury items to be able to get authenticated and whatnot for you know, obvious reasons. And it says blockchain in the fashion industry for sustainability and transparency. And they go on to say how it trace the entire life cycle of the luxury item, which is exactly what Vechain is about. And they're just touching on blockchain technology, what it's bringing to the market. Fashion companies using blockchain to redefine customer experience. You know, all this stuff we talk about all the time. But if you go down here, watch, I want to show you guys. They're showing the QR codes on tags now for these luxury items. You know, that they can be traced from production to sale. And it shows you once you're scanning the item, it brings up all the information here on your phone or whatever outlet you're using to look up the blockchain information. That's exactly what Vechain's about. And even furthermore, they say about transparency on the supply chain. And if you come down here, at the very end, right here, it says Chinese New York baby ghost has joined forces with a blockchain specialist, BitSE, a Chinese startup responsible for the anti-counterfeiting application Vechain. So they're specifically working with Vechain and are building on the Vechain's blockchain and all that stuff. And that's just, this is a luxury item in just one little corner of what they do. But just to show you that the adoption is flooding into the space, especially where in luxury items where there's a high volume, high money, and the market is very specific, but just more adoption, and specifically using Vechain's blockchain and their administration and whatnot. So something we dug up that I thought you guys would like to see. And while we're on Vechain, some more information I dug up. This is the news I was referring to in the title, where I said that I had some Vechain updates. This is just a little tidbit I found I thought you'd like to see. But this is the news that's substantial. And when I say substantial, I'm going to show you guys why too. I did a little bit more homework so that you guys wouldn't have to do it. But I think it was last November that Vechain had officially partnered with a company, an organization called Foodgates. It's like an ASI group that basically was working on a way to provide the Chinese market with like farm fresh items, whether it be vegetables and or meats or anything like that, from like I think in this particular case was France, and so specifically, or maybe the UK. I'm gonna show you guys in a second. And the thing is that a lot of the foreign, like the French people and those producers of goods, wanted to get into the Chinese or the Asian markets, but there's a lot of logistics involved and a lot of regulatory issues that was very overwhelming for your average farmer or someone that's not in the space. So Foodgates has developed a program to allow that transition to work seamlessly through digital means, basically like almost like an Amazon style application or web browsing experience for both parties involved. And so anyway, the partnership was put into place last November, but just in the last 24 hours, you can see here it says, VFam, do you remember all about Foodgates and the ASI group? It says, well, I'm happy to tell you that they're finally on board and started verifying products on Vechain's Thor blockchain. So it actually is working now. It's taking off and it's in use now. And this is huge, ladies and gentlemen, because it's an entire industry working internationally now. And let me go ahead and show you guys that aren't familiar with Foodgates and don't look. It's completely fine. This kind of news travels under the radar most often, but it's incredibly impactful and it's huge. So what I did was I actually found a little video for everyone to explain what Foodgates is, and it's beautifully done, and it's just a couple minutes. So I'd like everyone to take a look at this so you can see the impact this is going to have. And as soon as this news becomes mainstream, I fully expect to see Vechain see tremendous volume increase. But I'm gonna go ahead and play it and everybody so you can check it out.
Meet Jean, a producer who's heard that China's a great opportunity for European producers to expand into. But his lack of local contacts and prior selling experience in China turned it into an administrative nightmare to find clients, export, and start selling in China. And meet Zhang Wei, a Chinese professional buyer who is keen to buy products like Jean, but struggles to find verified sellers of high-quality products that meet compliance regulations. That's where Foodgates comes in. A unique digital platform that lets foreign F&B producers connect with Chinese professional buyers simply and quickly. This B2B marketplace enables both to seize new opportunities while meeting Chinese regulations. With direct access to Chinese markets, European producers can now fully digitize and promote their products to Chinese professional buyers to new markets and have them ready to import in just 6 days while avoiding resorting to unnecessary intermediaries. Similarly, Chinese buyers can now source and trade an extended catalog of ready-to-import European products whose quality and traceability are certified by internal audits and blockchain technology, enabling you to have a direct access to already digitized, ready-to-import products, while cutting down unnecessary intermediaries. In addition, Foodgates also ensures the logistics end-to-end. Foodgates. We transform your market relations.
Okay, so I know that was I threw a lot of information at you guys, kind of back to back to back, but that was what I was touching on about that to me personally is absolutely huge, monumental news for Vechain and the supply chain industry, as that's exactly what Vechain excels in, and being that now the entire European market has a way to seamlessly get their products into Asia, on the Vechain network and blockchain, through basically just a very nice platform, basically with images, how it works, perfectly seamlessly. And it even says Foodgates takes care of the logistics side completely. So this is amazing. And every time something like this happens, in my opinion, that's just that much closer to worldwide integration. If it works seamlessly from the European market to Asia, well, then obviously it's going to work seamlessly from, when we want to bring in, or a better way, I should say, a more efficient way of bringing in Asians, the Asian market to us, or the European market to us, and stuff like that, more effectively and whatnot for both receiving and the seller side. So I think that's amazing for Vechain. Every time news like this comes out, it just builds and builds and builds on the potential breakout that we're looking forward to. So that's everything I dug up in the last 24 hours that I thought was notable. We consistently are monitoring any late breaking news and whatnot, but you can't have groundbreaking news come out every day, but we do everything we can, especially to pull up new information on older releases, such as the Foodgates thing. Okay, I'm just triple checking my news outlets here, make sure I don't miss anything right now before we start doing some question and answer. But yeah, so that's where we are. Okay, so let me see. That's what I pulled up. I thought that was pretty dang interesting. I'm very excited for Vechain right now. Okay, let's see. Okay, Coinboy, I see you got interesting. We got Mahala thumb doming promoting China. I see. It's not exactly what that was, but if that's how you understood it, that's fine too. Let's see. We got Sarah says Bill Gates put blockchain in 2020 in the vac. Miss Stephanie Deaton. With that being related to your business, how could that affect the U.S. as far as the Foodgate thing? Well, I mean, initially it looks like it was basically primarily a way to get the European market into Asia, because there was some conflicting regulations there or whatnot. So it looks like that's being it resolved those issues and made it seamless, for that to take place. But ultimately, that being such a massive market, I mean, you're going from one region to another, that can ultimately get more eyes on Vechain, allow them the blockchain network into other industries, or not even other industries, but other areas, and allow more continent to continent type transitions to take place, more seamlessly, faster, less expensive for everyone involved. So ultimately, I think it's just fantastic news. Will it get there? We don't know. I mean, but it sure seems like that would be the right avenue for everyone to take, since ultimately it just helps everybody, cost wise and speed wise. I mean, when you're dealing with food, it can't stay in travel forever. Things have to be done efficiently. So I think it's just great news. Very exciting. Okay, let's see. LA Gamer with the $5 super chat. Thank you, my friend. Very generous. He says, I sold my Doge. I probably could have gotten a bit more, but I had to get out of Robinhood. That's completely understandable, my friend. I know Robinhood has thrown a wrench in a lot of people's workings. Completely understandable. Obviously, it's your money. You definitely have to do with it as you see fit and what's the best decision for you, and that's completely understandable. So hopefully that works out in the best for you, my friend. Thank you for the $5 super chat. Very generous. Let's see. Coinboy says signed up on KuCoin. Now I just got to figure out how to buy Doge and Vechain. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Sold my Doge. I probably could have gotten a bit more, but I had to get
Just
out
my
of
volume
Robinhood.
right there. Okay. Let me get back into this. Really though, any connection to Bill Gates? LOL from Seraph. I'm not seeing anything, on the surface. I mean, we were aware that Mr. For those that aren't aware, Mr. Bill Gates has been buying up farmland like by the hundreds of thousands of acres. A lot of people were assuming it's maybe for the incoming marijuana industry, that he was maybe getting farmland in place for that. But who knows? I mean, I guess really only him and his team know. So I'm not too sure if there's any relation there at all. Mr. Roger Helu, have you heard of RDD Redcoin? Unfortunately, no, I have not. I'll try look into that when I get a chance. I do have a list of things that the community wants me to look into here. So as I figure it out and learn and get more knowledgeable, I will share what I have with everybody. So let's see. El Chapo says, you on that Yola? Laugh my ass off. I can tell. Been in the game a long time. If you're referring to the Foodgates thing, yes, sir, I have been monitoring this for a long time. And in fact, when the Foodgates thing had come out, I remember thinking like, God, it's huge, And then the crypto market got real hot and everything got crazy, and it slipped my mind. But then I just saw from one of my avenues that I look at every day to get information out to everyone, they officially announced that it's in play now. And it's going. So I thought it'd be a good time for those that are new to the space, that weren't familiar with all that, got at least a little bit of info. That way they would know what to go look at if they wanted to research themselves. Because the Foodgate thing is huge, ladies and gentlemen. It really is. It's just the mainstream media, they don't report on that kind of stuff because it's like, it's not hip and cool, and it's not entertaining, and it's not gonna. But that's what those foundation, the fundamentals to a coin like that and to a blockchain project like that is what gives it the long term and the survivability and the growth it needs. So in my opinion, that's just amazing. Okay, we got let's see, Mr. H7 Apollo having some trouble logging into Robinhood. If anyone wants to comment on that, let's see. We got Derek Rose. What's up, my friend? Deep says, you think we should buy some Doge? Well, I say that every day, after the news from Mr. Elon Musk, trying to persuade the big wallets to sell off, as I said yesterday, obviously it was looking like, and the expectations were that things would get worse before they get better. So if you're looking for a better chance to buy in, there's still a chance that might happen later. But of course, then we hit a 20% overall price increase in the last 24 hours. So speculating in this coin, in cryptocurrency and in Dogecoin is very, very difficult. Obviously, if you'd have bought in yesterday, you'd have made 20% on your investment. So incredibly difficult. It's just I'm going by the news that I get. Pertaining to the chance that some of those larger wallets may sell, but the markets has been performing so well lately. It's very difficult to find a nice buy-in point right now. Okay, what news avenues do I look at? Anything and everything I can dig, my friend. I belong to all the Dogecoin and Vechain and Chainlink Reddit forums, all the ones I can find. I basically Google search and Yahoo search and anything and everything related. I spend hours in a day trying to get the latest news, and of course, like your general search engines, I'll like break them down by like the last 24-hour format. All the things I can do to get the latest and the stuff, and it still misses a ton of information. Some things I have to actually watch other YouTube videos on. Some guys that I've been following for years that are a little more familiar with the technicals, and anything and everything I can get, and then I break it down and try and convert it into formats whether it be video that I can dig up on the information, or just very simple, informative websites, so that we can get the news across, so that if you guys find it interesting, you can simply go do more research yourself to see if it's something you would think that could help you ultimately in making investment decisions. So let's see. So please don't forget to like and subscribe, ladies and gentlemen. Also, one thing I didn't touch on today was I was getting asked often what's a good cold storage wallet, and you know, even simple things pertaining to the stream, like what camera I use, what microphone I use, what lighting I use. Well, what I did was, as you can see, if you scroll down to the description, I have links now, ladies and gentlemen. That way I don't have to continually answer that stuff. But I have links directly to a cold storage wallet that I suggest, that I personally use, the Ledger Nano S. And then I have links to all my equipment that I use, so we don't have to discuss that throughout the stream. I have my KuCoin referral code in there in case you miss it in the chat. So all that's there for everyone now, right at your fingertips, so y'all can knock that out real quickly, and I don't miss out on any questions in that sort. Also, don't forget, for those that are new to the stream and those that are not and have been anticipating tomorrow at which is Friday, February 19th, at 6 p.m. Central Time, we will, in a live stream, we will officially be giving away 1,000 Dogecoins to one lucky subscriber. So make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you're subscribed, as that's really the only stipulation I have. Make sure you're a subscriber, and if you do subscribe, click that notification bell so you know the minute that we go live, and you know the minute we go live tomorrow, so you don't miss your chance at 1,000 free Dogecoins. So yeah, we do that. We're going to try and do that every week here at the Breadly Assassin live stream. So we appreciate the views and all the participation in all the live streams that we have here every single day. Thanks, everybody. Okay, let's see here. Deep says, if the big I can't speak. If the big whales sell, will we see a dip in price? Yes, of course. You know, because we're talking most of those larger wallets, like, you know, you have the ultimate wallet, which we're assuming is Robinhood, but there's also the next 11 wallets all hold a very significant amount, with at least 10 million Dogecoin in them, but quite substantially more. So yeah, if a wallet chooses to sell off all at once like that, you will see a dramatic dip, which ultimately gets bought up pretty quickly. So that's the plan. If we can chew through those sell orders, chew through those wallets, and diversify the coin amongst the people, that means we won't have those monumental dip, you know, peaks and valleys and sell-offs, as those wallets will be, I guess, expunged, however you want to call it, you know, taken care of, and that will just ultimately help the stability of the coin. And like Mr. Elon Musk suggested, you know, while it'll get worse before it gets better, but as it gets better, your floors will be more stable, and you'll get higher floors and then higher highs ultimately. Okay, where do I stake my Chainlink? I'm currently not staking my Chainlink. I stake my Cardano, my ADA on KuCoin, and I stake my Vechain in the Exodus wallet. And of course, there are other options. You can simply research and make the decision for yourself which one you'd like to do. I know that some of the Exodus fees are a little higher in some cases, but for me personally, Exodus makes it incredibly simple to stake your Vechain. You simply drop them in the wallet and you automatically start staking. You don't have to do anything else. And for those that aren't familiar, staking Vechain rewards you in VeThor tokens, and that's the guys on the Vechain network. And they do have burn off and all that stuff like that, so it's looking good for that token as well. But ultimately, you know, Vechain produces VeThor, so I try and hold as much Vechain as I can. In fact, I want more Vechain. It's just I'm waiting for an opportunity to buy back in. But honestly, with the news coming on Vechain and the expectations, and with the Vechain proof of authority 2.0 coming any day now, we might not have an opportunity to get in again around this time, but we'll see. Very exciting times in the crypto space. Miss Jill Spears says, do you think Doge is done climbing tonight? That's impossible to say. My personal opinion, as you can see on my daily projections, the daily projections I have at the bottom of the screen, at 6.4 cents high and 5.6 cents low, are my daily projections of while we are live streaming. So that's kind of the range I expect us to stay in while we're live streaming. Like I said, of course, if a large wallet, aka whale, comes in and sells, of course you probably see us fall below those numbers. But I think subsequently we'd probably come right back, as a lot of people are waiting for dips to get back in. Very difficult to say, but ultimately on the day, being that we are, let me take a quick look so I don't misspeak. Ultimately on the day, since we are up 24%, 20%, ladies and gentlemen, in the last 24 hours, it's hard to say, very hard to say, but like, my personal opinion, if we can stay within that range, I think that's a good range to go on, at least while we are streaming. Let's see here. All right. Yes, Miss Stephanie Deaton has another point, and I feel the same way, and I try and stress that to everyone. I touch on it so much sometimes I forget if I said it or not. She's right. Look, if you're not day trading and trying to buy and sell within a day to get in the best price point, ultimately here, as far as the Dogecoin movement is concerned, and me personally as a very conservative investor, I ultimately buy and hold, right? So I'm in it for kind of the mid to long term. Like I want my investments to be, I don't like the term generational wealth, because then everyone's expecting to just retire off of this. But ultimately, in a couple years time, like right now, okay, Doge is at 5.8 cents. Okay. So this is how I like to look at it. I know I'm not touching my Doge for another 2 or 3 years. Okay. So, I do run the 5-minute chart while we're streaming, because it's more accurate as to our time frame, but what I'm saying is, in let's say in 2 or 3 years, Dogecoin is at, I don't know, 30 cents, 40 cents. Are we really going to be stressing, come back and look at this stream, right, and debating over, should I buy in at 5.6 cents or 5.8 cents, or you see what I'm saying? Like, I think right now, if you're purchasing Dogecoin to hold, you can almost buy it anytime, and just see where it takes you, and try and make the most gains off of it long term. So yeah, that's my opinion on it. If you're not day trading and trying to buy $1 million worth of Dogecoin in hopes to sell it in 20 minutes to make 20, 30 grand. If you're not pulling that kind of stuff, then almost any time is a decent time to get in on these coins right now, because the market, while it doesn't seem like it if you're new to the market, but we are incredibly young in the crypto space, and all these coins are in their infancy almost. So yeah, I think any time's a good time. But if you want to wait for one of these larger wallets, or aka a whale, to sell off to try and get a little bit better price point, I don't see any problem with that. It's just, you do risk the chance of it going up another 20% like it did in the last 24 hours. But that's just the crypto space, Okay, let's see where we are. Mr. Pale Moon says, what's the major VeChain update, or has that not been covered yet? Sure. I'll tell you what, since we just went over it, and I don't want to bore the community that was watching, it's currently 6:22 p.m. Central Time. How about at 6:30 p.m. Central Time, I will touch on what I pulled up on VeChain, and we'll run the little Foodgate video again for everyone that missed that. That way we can at least get that information out to everyone, so you can further investigate and see how impactful that can play out for the world of VeChain. Okay. So 7 minutes, ladies and gentlemen, we will touch on the Foodgate information again. I'm very excited about it. Your mainstream media might not turn this into anything huge, but you know what? Ultimately, no, they're not going to have a chance. It's going to be everywhere. Whenever you see VeChain involved from importing freaking product from one continent to another, I mean, you can't ignore that for too long, right? Mr. Chris Mulligan, any predictions on ETC? Just curious. Not right now, my friend. Like I said, I do pride myself on getting as much knowledge as I possibly can on all coins. If I haven't researched it or pull any updated news, I really can't comment on it. But I do make notes on coins for everyone that has questions, and whenever I do get a chance, I will try and update that for everybody, especially myself. Mr. Sadana says, we'd love to hear your thoughts on ADA. Yes, we touch on ADA every day here. I personally am invested in Cardano. I think it's a fantastic coin, amazing project, huge partnerships on the government level. So I also stake my ADA, as you can earn some bonus rewards from that, because I do, like I mentioned just a few minutes ago, I ultimately buy and hold my coins for long term. I'm very, very bullish on ADA, as well as the majority of the crypto space is. Most of the experts, coming into the year, we were hoping to see ADA approach $1 at some point in the bull run. But of course, we're approaching that now. So $1 looks like it may be possible for the month of February. And if that happens, we're looking to see perhaps a $2 to $3 coin at some point this year. So very bullish on ADA. Thank you for the question. Let's see. Will China's digital yen make VeChain obsolete? Well, no, because it's not the same thing. Having a digital currency, if they're making a digital yen and it becomes a thing and they're using it as a currency, VeChain is not just a digital currency. VeChain is the leading blockchain project for the entire supply chain industry in the world. And that's just one bit of what they do. It's not just a digital currency. So, I don't think that'll have any effect one way or the other on VeChain. Personally, I could be completely wrong, as I'm not an expert, definitely not a financial advisor. Please never invest more than you can afford to lose, ladies and gentlemen. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We are 4 minutes away from the recap of the major VeChain update and the Foodgates news. So make sure you like and subscribe before we get into that, as it's just a little short video explaining what they're partnered with and what the partnership took place in November, but today it was announced that's actually in the works and working now, and it's a pretty big deal. I'm pretty excited about it. Okay, let's see. I'm trying to keep up with the chat here. AVAX, I don't have an opinion right now, my friend. I will have to look into that. Mr. Frank's Kitchen says, let's be honest, Doge to reach $1 is unlikely. Still holding though. Yes, that was a very, very common question when the Dogecoin movement and all the publicity and stuff took off, and so many people were coming into the space asking about Dogecoin for $1. And a lot of your clickbait streamers still use that in their titles and stuff, but I do not, because this is what it is. Can Dogecoin get to $1? Of course, it's possible, but very improbable, because for Dogecoin to reach $1, you would have to have a $128 billion market cap, and of course, right now we're sitting at about $7.5 billion. Now, is that to knock anything we've done so far? No, of course not. The coin has seen exponential growth in the last 3 weeks. But let's be, until the entirety of the cryptocurrency space has just multiplied, we're sitting at about $1.5 trillion now, where the number 2 coin in the space, Ethereum, is at about a $220 billion market cap. So that would put Dogecoin in the number 3 spot at $128 billion. And Dogecoin, while it's great, it's popular, it wants to be the people's currency, it's performing well. I personally don't think that it has the fundamentals to become a coin of that stable caliber. You know what I'm saying? Can it happen? Yes. It's going to take quite a bit of time, and it's a little bit improbable, but anything can happen in this crypto space. And we got Miss Stephanie Deaton. I'll let the chat bot take over, and then I will get to the question.
Man, we look forward to your stream so much every night. With being new to crypto and looking for something other than clickbait, we value your opinion.
Well, thank you so much for the super chat, and thank you so much for the sentiment and the kind words. She says, man, we look forward to your stream so much every night. With being new to crypto and looking for something other than clickbait, we value your opinion. Yes, thank you so much. That's what my goal was here. Like I said, I stress that, look, I don't have all the answers, but I've been in the crypto space for over 3 years now. I've done thousands of hours of research, and every day, I'm still pulling information in tidbits so that I can convey it to everyone, and so that we can put our heads together and make better decisions. And you guys educate me just as much as I'm sending out the information on your side. I try and avoid all the clickbaity stuff like that, because while it's cool at first and you can generate some views and, it's great, ultimately people are smart. People are smart, especially those that have found their way into the crypto space. They can spot someone like that pretty quickly, and it gets old really fast. I think if we just keep pushing and keep chugging away with good information and positive information and being supportive of the community when we have our dips and go through all that together, I think ultimately the channel can survive that way. And it just, we can, maybe the cream rises to the top on these coins, the ones that we pulling out, and focusing on. And, I'll be honest, I feel much more bullish long term on Vechains and Chainlinks than I do on Dogecoin because of what it is. But right now, Dogecoin is doing great things for people. There's a chance it can become something amazing and change lives and stuff like that. And the media does love focusing on it, which brings attention to the crypto space. So yes, it's one of my top coins right now. And yes, I'm focused on it, but all we can do is wait and see and be positive, buy and hold, diamond hands. Be strong, have the mental fortitude to not, sell off, get scared into selling. And as long as we can just get all that and stick to our guns, I think ultimately we'll be in a good spot. Okay, and it's exactly 6:30 p.m. Central Time, ladies and gentlemen. So we're going to pop on to that VeChain information that a few people had missed at the beginning of the stream. So we're going to show you guys real quick what I had pulled up, and the sparse information I can find, because until breaking news comes out that just like, oh my God, the coin's gonna explode, you have to be smart and pull stuff like this. Okay, so here we go. Touching on what I dug up earlier. This is a little article that came out just a few hours ago. And it's what I've been stressing here at the Breadly Assassin live stream, as far as what VeChain does and what it's capable of. But this is real world case. This is just one little tiny retailer and whatnot, but I want you to see that what's happening. It's saying cryptocurrency and retailer and luxury, how blockchain technology can promote sustainable shopping. And they touch on something that I don't touch on too much because it's just not my area. But they're saying how this comes as no surprise, given that millennials and Generation Z consumers are responsible for 85% of the global luxury sales growth, with 60% of them driven by environmental, animal, and ethical manufacturing concerns. So, I mean, that's just a gigantic chunk of luxury sales growth. I wasn't even aware of that. Like I said, I learned this today. So, okay, so we have that going for us, right? Which is very important in the VeChain world, because VeChain is the leading blockchain and network in the supply chain industry. And the supply chain is anything from whether it be luxury items to food, everything, the entire supply chain. Okay, so moving on, they give you some more analytical side of like Nielsen studies and all this stuff like that, which is great. If you guys want to go back and read this, fine. It's just this lengthy, and I want to kind of show you guys where we're going. Another subtopic here is a blockchain in the fashion industry for sustainability and transparency. And that just goes on to touch what we always talk about, how the blockchain, as far as the transparency side of it, as an item is produced and packaged and shipped and received and scanned every bit along the way, that information is sent to the blockchain, which, as opposed to servers, cannot be manipulated, cannot be changed, all that stuff. And also everyone, every step of the way, has instant access to all that information. So your retailers will get better, more accurate information as to when they're going to receive the product, and, all that stuff that needs to be done to improve the supply chain industry. And then coming down, fashion companies using blockchain to redefine customer experience, and that's what we just kind of touched on. As you can see here, as I mentioned before, with the microchips being inserted into items for authenticity reasons, and then I also mentioned before about QR codes. Well, this is one a very nice example of it. As you can see, a high quality shirt garment right here with the QR code right here that you can scan for every step of the way. That way everyone involved in the supply chain network will know exactly what's going on with this particular garment, and able to provide authentic that the item is authentic. And then of course this is just a little more detailed breakdown of what you're going to be seeing, and this is just this company, but just so you can see. So of course you got the little the QR code with the little chip in it to prove that the item is authentic, and then once you scan it, it can bring, whether it be the retailer or the consumer or anyone, the information on the product, as everything you need to know about it. And then coming down, there's a little video here if you want to watch that. And then this touches on more of being able to basically, Vechain's basically implemented a plan and a way to basically eliminate counterfeiting, which, I mean, that alone probably make Vechain worthwhile. But coming down some more, she's showing the luxury handbags and the QR codes, all this stuff we touched on before here. But coming down, this is what the gist of the article comes to, and what I wanted everyone to see. Chinese New York baby ghost has joined forces with a blockchain specialist, BitSE, a Chinese startup responsible for the anti-counterfeiting application Vechain. And this company is right now using it, partnered with them, and these companies, like I said, Vechain has hundreds of partnerships, and this is just to show you how much growth Vechain has had. So this company has joined forces with a blockchain specialist, BitSE, and they're a Chinese startup company responsible for the anti-counterfeiting application Vechain. So like, it's just a part of the Vechain's network, you know what I'm saying? So there's that. And then that wasn't even the huge news. I just found that article, and I wanted everyone to see some real world case uses as for what I've been touching on the last few weeks. But so let me get to the super chat real quick, and then we will finish the Vechain discussion. And Mr. LA Gamer with the $2 super chat. Any thoughts on Polkadot and BNB? Well, Polkadot, obviously, I don't like using this term, but they call it the Ethereum killer. And basically, right now fees on Ethereum are really, really high. Everyone knows that and whatnot. Well, Polkadot's doing what Ethereum can do in their smart contracts, but on a much lesser expensive network and stuff like that. And a lot of things are being built on Polkadot as things are built on Ethereum. Now, right now, Ethereum is still king because of the sheer amount of transactions and case use for it. But Polkadot looks amazing for the future. BNB, I don't have a ton of information that I can comment on, but Polkadot is another one of those investments that you can't go wrong. Okay, so thank you for the $2 super chat, LA Gamer. And hopping back into what we were discussing a minute ago, back in November, Vechain had partnered with a company. Vechain had partnered with a company called Foodgates, ASI Group. And then I'm gonna show you guys exactly what Foodgates is in a second. But it was a massive partnership, and everyone's very excited about it. Of course, we didn't know when it would actually come to fruition. It was just a partnership of an agreement. Well, within the last 24 hours, this tweet came out saying, you guys remember all about Foodgates? And it says, well, I'm happy to tell you that they're finally on board and started verifying products on Vechain Thor blockchain. So it's officially working now and officially being case used and in production. And to give you an idea, I'm not going to sit and discuss it. I'm just going to let you guys watch the video because it explains itself so perfectly. This is a beautiful little find. To give you guys how massive an implication this is, the real world use of Vechain, this is exactly what Vechain is built for, and this is why it's going to be huge. So check this out, ladies and gentlemen.
Meet Jean, a producer who's heard that China's a great opportunity for European producers to expand into. But his lack of local contacts and prior selling experience in China turned it into an administrative nightmare to find clients, export, and start selling in China. And meet Zhang Wei, a Chinese professional buyer who is keen to buy products like Jean, but struggles to find verified sellers of high-quality products that meet compliance regulations. That's where Foodgates comes in. A unique digital platform that lets foreign F&B producers connect with Chinese professional buyers simply and quickly. This B2B marketplace enables both to seize new opportunities while meeting Chinese regulations. With direct access to Chinese markets, European producers can now fully digitize and promote their products to Chinese professional buyers to new markets and have them ready to import in just 6 days while avoiding resorting to unnecessary intermediaries. Similarly, Chinese buyers can now source and trade an extended catalog of ready-to-import European products whose quality and traceability are certified by internal audits and blockchain technology, enabling you to have a direct access to already digitized, ready-to-import products while cutting down unnecessary intermediaries. In addition, Foodgates also ensures the logistics end to end. Foodgates, we transform your market relations.
So you guys can see just from watching that little that animated video, which was incredibly informative. I love the simple explanation of that. But that's basically, while Vechain does many things, their specialty, what's going to make them huge worldwide is their their blockchain and what they're bringing to the supply chain industry. So what you just saw there was a massive announcement that the Foodgates program and partnership is actually in the works now. And you can see you had an entire Asian market wanting to purchase and bring goods into Asia, but at the same time you had the European market that, because of the regulatory problems and the logistic issues, they didn't know of a way to get it, or didn't know who to speak to, or how to get that worked out. Well, Foodgates takes care of all that, and it's all being built on Vechain. So that's what we call international adoption, my friends. And there's it's real, it's happening, it's now. As soon as these big investment firms that are coming into crypto, your hedge funds, your investment firms, all this gigantic money that's coming in, like I said before on the stream, look, these are professionals. Their job is to find companies to invest in to make them money. So I think before long, once these people have their money in place, and you have these experts digging into these coins specifically, I'm pretty sure Vechain is going to be one of the cream that rises to the top because of its fundamentals and real world use and the partnerships they already have. That's my personal opinion. I could be completely wrong, but I mean, from my research and what other experts are chiming in, especially with Vechain's proof of authority 2.0 coming in any day now. I mean, once all this is all happened, boom, once it all comes in like that, I'm incredibly certain, so certain, in fact, I'm invested heavily into Vechain. I wouldn't be if I didn't believe it. So, you guys can take my opinion for what it's worth, but if you want to go do some research on your own, if you want to pull some more details and more technicals, perhaps some information that is a little bit older, that's just new to you guys, that is slipping my mind right now, that because we've been discussing Vechain, Chainlink, and Dogecoin for weeks now, but it's pretty important in my opinion. And the ticker for Vechain is VET, ladies and gentlemen, if you're not sure. In fact, let me take this minute to pop on over here. And as you can see here, this is a Vechain page I put together for everyone. It's a ticker, and it gives you the, that's a lot of green, isn't it? It gives you all the 24 hour, 7 day, 30 day, 90 day, and 1 year percentage gains. And then, of course, you can see the symbol is VET directly under Vechain. We're sitting at 5.5 cents, which is amazing. 2 weeks ago, we were at 2.5 cents. So it's just my favorite long-term investment in the crypto space. I love Chainlink and I love Dogecoin, but you know, I'm pretty transparent about this kind of stuff. I do feel very bullish on Vechain, and please, you know, take some time and research it for yourself. Don't take my word for it, because anything can happen in this space. But I don't see any negatives in Vechain, and I personally invest for long term. I'm very conservative and I'm a realist. So you know, I'm buying this so that in a couple of years we can come back and see what it looks like. Hopefully when we come back and look at these streams, we can say that we were right. But you know, I'm wrong probably more times than I'm right in life. But in this particular case, I'm putting my money where my mouth is. Where can I buy Vechain? From Mr. Washington SHFL. Vechain is available in quite a bit, depending on where you are regionally. Binance is the #1 crypto exchange in the world, very reputable, and they have Vechain. If you're in the United States, there is a Binance.us, but there are some regulated states in the United States that do not allow you to use it. Me being in Louisiana, I am one of those regulated states, so I personally use KuCoin, the exchange KuCoin, to buy and trade my Vechain. I do stake my Vechain in the Exodus wallet though, because I just choose to do that, as I don't plan on taking it out anytime soon. So if you are interested in using KuCoin for an exchange to you trade your Vechain, they also trade in Dogecoin now. They added Dogecoin about a week ago. If you just scroll down to my description, there are some links there to some the camera equipment and microphone I use, all that sort of stuff. A nice cold wallet I suggest. And of course they have a KuCoin referral code there at the bottom. So just something you might want to take a look at. And you know, please take some time to further investigate Vechain, so to say. As you can see though, in the last 24 hours, they're up 7 or just under 8%, up 23% in the last week, up 88% in the last month, up 362% in the last 3 months. And of course, if you were involved in Vechain a year ago, you would be up 750% from a year ago to today. And that's what I think about Vechain. So we're gonna pop back over to our normal graphic. Okay, and 360 people watching, ladies and gentlemen. We have 150 likes, so we have some room for some likes and some subscribes. I'd appreciate you doing that, and I will try and hop into some question and answer real quick. Let's see. Litecoin, yes, I hear great things about Litecoin, especially due to the fact that a lot of people are expecting PayPal to add Litecoin as a payment source in the future at some point. And if that happens, you can expect Litecoin to continue to grow. So I think that's why a lot of people are very bullish on Litecoin. Okay, Mr. Brenton Weidenhofer, there's a PRX exchange DeFi launching coin to surge low. Okay, thank you for that comment. At what price did I buy Vechain? Well, I've been buying Vechain for years. I've bought in when it was a fraction of a penny. I saved some money. I bought in again when it was about a penny and a half. And then I bought in as recent as like a month ago at about 2.5 cents. So I currently own 500,000 Vechain. I want to own 1 million, but it's obviously with the price increase added 5.5 cents now. That's just an absolutely substantial amount of money that I do not have. Well, I have it in my coins, my investments, but I'm not pulling it out. I'm not moving it around. So I still want to buy. I want more Vechain. I feel that strongly about it. But I think I'm just gonna have to buy in increments. You know, every time I save up some money, I might just do it. But I can't buy the substantial amounts I was buying over the past few years because of its recent price increase. But I think it's just time. The coin's been suppressed for too long. I think it's just a coming out party in the next year for Vechain. Mr. T-Babe Mufon, welcome back, my friend. Do you think Vechain uptrend is going to continue? I do, yes. There's no reason really. I don't see any negatives. You know, While Dogecoin is amazing and fun to follow and can be the people's currency if everything goes right, it is influenced a lot on the media and celebrities and influencers and that sort of stuff. So you see a lot of up and downs, you know. But when you don't have that on a coin like Vechain or Chainlink and stuff like that, the coins that are more very specific to industries and blockchain and fundamentals, the dips aren't as severe. So I fully expect to see Vechain continue to show strong for the remainder of the year. Frank's Kitchen, did you check BAO Finance? I have not, my friend. That is one of the coins I have written down. I've got a list of 5 coins right here from people that want me to check them out, and I'm going down the list. I was able to get to EWT, and we touched on something else day before yesterday, but I'm working on it, my friend. Working on it. We battling some severe cold here in South Louisiana. I had frozen pipes that I had to repair the last couple of days, and just stuff, you know, work related stuff and personal stuff that I had to knock out. But it's coming. I'm working as fast as I can, ladies and gentlemen. But I appreciate the comments and really appreciate it too. XRP, yes, Thongs Nancy. XRP we touch on almost every day here, as that is another coin that I invested in. As I say every day, if you guys would like to go back and look at some of the prior live streams, as they're all uploaded to YouTube, you can get my opinions on all these coins. But I have no problems touching on it again right now. XRP is an amazing project, amazing development team, and is considered the banker's coin, so to speak. Of course, has been suppressed over the the last few months due to the looming SEC hearings that are going to be happening shortly here at the end of the month. And like I said before, definitely not an attorney, but I did read a lot of opinions from attorneys that read the countersuit from XRP, and they all say it looks really, really good. So ultimately, if XRP can get through the hearings winners, I think it's pretty obvious that you're going to see a substantial upturn in volume coming back into XRP. And also, those that are familiar with the coin, if you remember back in January of 2018, XRP did have an all-time high of $3.50. And being that we're sitting at around 55 cents or so right now, you can obviously use that as a comparison to see the potential the coin has if everything goes its way. Marcus Mallory, yes sir, I see your chat, my friend. If I missed you earlier, I'm sorry. I'm just trying to keep up with all this chat while showing all those graphics. Mike Sr., how will Robinhood affect us now that they are the biggest whale? I don't think they've come out and admitted it. It's pretty obvious that they are, though. And if they are the biggest whale, that's actually good news now, where it wasn't good news before, because they've come out and said that they will be creating wallets for everyone that is invested with them. Therefore, that wallet should get dissolved amongst everyone that's invested, therefore automatically taking care of that gigantic wallet. So that's while it was bad news for a long time, with their backs up against the wall and the crap they've been pulling and the trouble they're in, they're going to have to make those wallets for the individuals, and that should just diversify that wallet instantly, ultimately solidifying Dogecoin even more. Okay, let's see where we are. Mr. Willapa Photo says Rudy Giuliani said it looked really good as well. Okay, thanks for that. I didn't see that. The Wall asks, can Vechain hit a penny? Well, Vechain is currently at 5.5 cents, so I emphatically answer that with a giant yes. Frank's Kitchen says, you become my favorite crypto YouTuber. Transparency and no hype at all, like most of the YouTubers putting a million X on the thumbnail. Yeah, thank you, man. Appreciate it. That's my goal. If y'all feel that way, fantastic. That's what I like. That's what I'm trying to achieve. By no means do I want anyone to feel obligated in any kind of way. But if you genuinely feel that way, that's fantastic. That's what we're trying to do here. Ultimately, we want to be here long term. And because personally, I think it'd be amazing if this all works out. what we discuss in our opinions based on Vechain, Chainlink, Dogecoin. If we're here in a couple of years from now and come back and look at this and everyone's doing fantastic and their investments all paid off, I would feel really fantastic. And if it doesn't work out that way, well, at least I know I've done everything I could to stay positive and bring everyone the information that we need to make good decisions, right? Let's see. Gabriel Cubus, what do you think about the possibility of the electrical power plant stocks going up after a spike from the snowstorms? Well, I mean, honestly, I'm in Louisiana, so all eyes were on Texas, and their grid failed. They were unprepared for this. I mean, they're catching a ton of flack for their just dropping the ball, so to speak, when it comes to that. And right now with the new presidency and the cancellation of all the pipeline work and all the stuff like that, now it's looking like everyone needs the pipeline work and the fossil fuels and the, or whatever they call it, the how do they refer to that energy? But anyway, I don't see the energy companies benefiting right now from the cold snap we hit, because they were under such scrutiny and they kind of failed in a lot of places. I think maybe it might be best just to lick our wounds and move forward and trying to find a better, more efficient way to handle this situation. I don't know. Do you have any information on Freecoin, Kin, and Dex? Unfortunately, I do not. I'm sorry, I do not have information on those coins. Can I talk more about VeThor and its value? Is it more profitable than staking Cardano? Well, VeThor is the token that if you stake Vechain, that's what Vechain produces. That's what you are rewarded in. VeThor is considered like the fuel, like the gas for the network. And VeThor is burned every day. There's millions of VeThor that gets burned on the network as they're being used. Personally, I mean, the coin can increase in value, of course, but personally, I like owning Vechain because it produces VeThor. So in my opinion, it's like a win-win. But ultimately, a lot of people refer to it as the oil from the oil rig, I guess, if you want to look at it that way. And, like I said, it's the gas for the network. We got Silver Wolf with the $5 super chat. Very generous. Thank you, Silver Wolf, saying opinion on Ethereum over the next 6 months. Sure, let me let the chat bot knock this out for us, and then I will comment.
Opinion on ETH over the next 6 months, sir?
Okay, so obviously Ethereum, Bitcoin and Ethereum are your safe, stable coins, in my opinion. They're gonna be leaders of the pack for a long time now. Especially with Ethereum being the smart contracts and stuff like that. I know there's other coins and blockchain networks and stuff that have been coming along and look great, but Ethereum's still the man right now. Coming into the year, with the speculation of the altcoin bull run and all that sort of stuff, a lot of people were saying that Ethereum could achieve a $2,000 to $2,500 coin. Now we're approaching the $2,000 mark already, and we're not even done with February. So, experts predicting the height of the altcoin to be around September, altcoin mark run, I should say, to be around September or October. And if we're approaching the $2,000 mark now, it wouldn't shock me at all to see Ethereum approach a $3,000 coin by September or October. Let's see. When does Starlink IPO happen? I do not know. That's a good question. If you guys want to research that, or I can pull it up while I'm off stream and have that information for everyone tomorrow. Do I know anything about BNB Binance? It's amazing. Not enough to comment on it. I do see it skyrocketing. I do see it look great. I know there's a lot of DeFi projects and stuff being built on it, and they're already locked up millions in funds and whatnot. So yeah, it is looking great. A lot of people trust Binance. I mean, with obvious reason. I mean, there's really no negatives. So yeah, the whole Binance situation is looking really good. The Binance coin and their projects and what they're bringing onto it. I have been so focused on the coins I'm invested in and bringing the news for Dogecoin and Vechain and Chainlink and that sort of stuff. I haven't researched it enough to be able to comment on it in the entirety, but I'm gonna look into it because obviously they're doing some things and it's looking great. Matt D, any thoughts on Starlink coverage brought to Louisiana? What if Starlink satellites have blockchain nodes and we can get in on the intergalactic game real early? Yeah, I mean, from my understanding is that, depending on where they're positioned, that it's going to be like a global thing. So yeah, I would think it's coming to Louisiana at some point. And as far as investing in it, I'm not too sure. I guess it's available to invest in. I'm not super certain on it. I don't have a ton of knowledge on the Starlink and SpaceX program. The news I brought today was just because, it's Elon Musk related and it came out today and I thought everyone would like to see that. Let's see. Lakewood says, I'm Lakewood watching you from Ghana, West Africa. Please, do you think Doge can hit 10 cents in the next 2 months ahead? And do you also think is the best time to invest in Doge? Well, we touch on that every day here. My prediction was that Doge would get to 10 cents at some point in February. Yes. Now that was before Elon Musk came out and was at least suggesting that those larger wallets sell off for the betterment of the coin, which in turn obviously would make things would get worse before they get better. So it might be a little more difficult to get to 10 cents in the next 10 days, as there are only 10 days left in February. But that was my initial prediction. Of course, some news has come out to change that. So I'm not going to change it because I'm just staying hopeful. But, my prediction for the height of the altcoin run, and that was if everything went perfect for Dogecoin. And I mean, the continued media coverage, the continued support from Mr. Elon and celebrities and influencers. And if everything stayed that way, I was hoping we can see a 20 to 25 cent coin at some point this year. Now the media coverage and the notoriety and publicity has calmed down a little bit, so things have kind of settled. But the positive to look forward to with Dogecoin is that the development team is back working on the coin, which is huge because no matter what they come back with, no matter what news comes out of that, it's going to be positive news for the coin. Does that mean a cap or a coin burn off or anything of that sort? We don't know, but anything they come back with and the information they give in that sector is going to be fantastic for Doge. So I'm personally waiting for that announcement, as I'm sure we'll see a dramatic increase in volume at that time. Now, when that's going to happen, we don't know, but anything can happen. As we said, while we were down the last few days and it was concerning and whatnot, we went up 20% in the last 24 hours. So you never really know in the crypto space, especially with Dogecoin. Let's see. Frank's Kitchen. Do you know the UFC fighter Dustin Poirier? Yeah, he's actually from my neighboring town, my neighboring city. I live in a little city called Breaux Bridge, Louisiana. If I'm not mistaken, he's from the Lafayette Carencro area, which is about 10 minutes from here. I do not know him personally, but I have been following him his whole career because I'm friends with some gentlemen, some people here that are involved in MMA and stuff like that, that I know personally, that know him personally, but I do not know him. But we are very proud of what he's achieved, and if this reaches him, congratulations, Mr. Dustin Poirier. We are very proud of what you've done. Okay, you have to write the channel and stuff, so I know. Okay, let's see. Mr. Marco Machado says, or Mercado says, I'm trying to get into the coins, but they are going up day after day. I wanted to enter when they went down 7 or 8%, but it doesn't work. Yeah, again, that's the whole trickery behind speculation, my friend. You know what? I'm gonna let the chatbot read Silver Wolf's question, and then I will get back to you, my friend.
Do you think the stock market correction, assuming you think there will be one, will raise the
Okay,
price
and
of coin or lower it?
Silver Wolf with the $5 super chat. Thank you, very generous, my friend. Mr. Silver Wolf says, do you think the stock market correction, assuming you think there will be one, will raise the price of coin or lower it? I honestly think it's going to help crypto. Because what we're kind of seeing right now, what we're kind of seeing right now, and you can kind of notice on the weekends, like Fridays after the market closes, you ultimately see kind of an influx of activity, and we think that's from the stock market people coming over to trade since the normal thing. So if that's happening,
good long term.
If that's happening, I fully expect if there is a downturn and a negative stock market reaction or accumulation, I fully expect that to benefit crypto, as they're going to need somewhere to trade. They're going to be looking for somewhere to recoup their losses. And as you know, crypto has been doing amazing. And, I'm not about a day trader at all, but the day traders in the stock market will have a ton of room to do their day trading here, as you can see the fluctuations we have in crypto. So yes, fantastic question. Thank you for the $5 super chat. And following that was Dr. Lifting with the $2 super chat. Thank you, my friend. Says, opinion on Ethereum Classic, good long term. Ethereum Classic still around. There's still a lot of projects built on it, and it's still in play. Obviously, it's been improved on with Ethereum now, but I don't think it's going away anytime soon. I've noticed some increase in price and volume recently due to just the entirety of the market looking good. So I do think it's good long term. I can't really speculate on like if they're doing a lot of new things with the project and whatnot. But ultimately, as long as the market continues to grow, I think you can see Ethereum Classic continue to grow, just not as exponentially as a lot of the newer projects that things are being built on now. And then I was trying to answer Mr. Mikado's question about trying to get in. Yeah, that's the thing. Everyone wants to buy on the dip and get the best value for their money. But as Miss Stephanie Deaton commented at the beginning of the stream, are you buying to sell tomorrow, or are you buying to hold long term? Because if you're buying to hold, as most of us, that's the kind of consensus here at the Barely Assassin live stream. If you're buying to hold, buying now at 5.5 cents, and if it goes up to 6 cents or down to 5 cents, is it going to really matter in 2 years if the coin is 25 cents or 30 cents or 50 cents or whatever? So ultimately, if you're buying to hold, it's probably best not to just to harp on these these short charts and the fluctuations you have on the day to day. But let's see. I'm gonna catch up right here. Mr. Frank's Kitchen, if you could keep just one of your coins for the rest of your life, which would it be? It would be Vechain. Like I said, I'm not taking anything away from Chainlink. I'm not taking anything away from Dogecoin, Cardano, XRP, any of those coins that I'm invested in. I'm not. It's just for years now, I've watched Vechain grow. They were the first 5-star rated cryptocurrency. Their development team is amazing. They're involved in so much. The industry that they're focused on is, the $70 trillion worldwide supply chain industry. I feel very, very bullish about Vechain. And you know what? If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But it's, I don't think I am, and I'm not touching those coins. That's I want to be right so bad with Vechain. and finally the experts are coming around, and there's a lot of consensus in the crypto space that seem to be feeling the same way. It took a few years, and we had to stick to our guns, but it's looking strong. And I'm very proud to say that I'm a Vechain believer, as well as a Dogecoin believer, and as well as a Chainlink believer. And I love Cardano and I love XRP, but just because of the real world implications, I feel really good about Vechain. Okay. I'm The Killer 7744 says, I make some point to silver stackers, but if you think silver will hit 2K, why are you crying about $25 an ounce? I'm assuming you're referring to someone else in the chat. I haven't mentioned silver at all in the live stream, so but we appreciate the comment, my friend. Thank you. Stratocaster 13 says, hello all. Saw that Doge went up to 6 cents. Still holding on to my now 7,014 coins. Congratulations on your bag, my friend. Yes, we are down now from when I started the stream, but when I started the stream, we were officially up 20% on the last 24 hours. Let me go take a quick look now, and I can tell you exactly where we are. For the last 24 hours, we are still up 13.2%. So down a little bit from earlier, but overall fantastic from yesterday at this point. Ravencoin. I haven't looked at Ravencoin in years, my friend. I'm not too sure. I used to mine Ravencoin a couple years ago, but have since moved away. Ravencoin is definitely a coin similar to BTT, where it can be maliciously persuaded, let's say. I don't like the term pump and dump, but when you have a low market cap coin, it can be manipulated pretty easily, so I try and avoid those situations. All right, Mr. Chirag Asewo, please let me know which coin is good for investment. Well, all the coins we touch on here, the Bradley Assassin live stream, we like to focus on Dogecoin, Vechain, Chainlink, XRP, ADA. All those coins look amazing for the long term. Of course, you know, please do your own research so you can make decisions for yourself as to what you think would be a good avenue for you to take when you do choose to invest. But these are my suggestions and my opinions. This is for entertainment purposes only. I'm not a financial advisor, and please never invest more than you can afford to lose. And we got, let's see here. Mr. Bradley Romano, are you from South Louisiana? I hear the Cajun. I absolutely am. I'm from a little town called Breaux Bridge, Louisiana. I am next door to Lafayette, Louisiana. Born and raised right here. I am 100% Cajun. Lord Humungus says, I started mining Dogecoin and wound up getting a miner malware. It was a pain in the ass to remove. Well, that's the thing about, that's why I don't touch too much on mining. I went over it a little bit yesterday here, but it's very technical, very detailed, huge learning curve. I spent years working on it and all this kind of stuff, and you know, that's why I'm confident doing it. But definitely something you want to spend a ton of research before you, and make sure you're fully understanding what you're being involved with before venturing into mining. What do I think about Pancake and Bakery? I'm not familiar with Bakery. Pancake Swap, I'm assuming you mean. I hear good things about it. Again, not a coin that I've researched in detail, but it looked like part of the like it went onto the Binance network, if I'm not mistaken, and looked like it was pumping, and everything involved with Binance right now is looking really strong. So definitely need to do some more work on that before I start commenting on it. Dent coin, unfortunately, no, I do not. Stratocaster 13 with the $5 super chat. Thank you, my friend. Very generous. Keep up the good work. May the force be with Doge. Absolutely. That's our sentiment here. We stay very positive when it comes to our investments, especially when it comes to Dogecoin, as that is a much more of an emotional coin, being persuaded by the masses. So there's going to be some peaks and some valleys, but ultimately we stay positive here at the Bradley Assassin live stream. Do I know Daniel Cormier? I know who he is. I do not know him personally. Like I mentioned previously about Dustin Poirier, I do have some personal friends that know these gentlemen personally, as one runs an MMA gym here, and they train with those gentlemen. So
Keep up the good
know who they
work.
are. Don't know
May
them
the force
personally.
be with Doge.
Frank's Kitchen. Do you eat alligator down there in Louisiana? Always wanted to try. Yes, of course. Alligator tastes a lot like a fish chicken blend kind of. we fried alligator is very common down here. Very good, delicious. Falcon Project, not familiar with it, unfortunately. Sunrise and Sunset asks, if I buy more Doge now, will it lower my average cost, which is 5.9 cents? It will, obviously, as we're at 5.6 cents, but not significantly. So obviously, anytime you're below your average, it will. I mean, but it doesn't look like it's going to be a significant drop. And if you look now, obviously, the masses have bought the dip, and we are correcting a little bit. So there's a chance we might get back to the 5.9 cent mark. Ty Gregg says Doge is a joke. Yes, but not much. Thank you for the comment, my friend. And Pimpala03 says, sorry if you covered this before, no problem. What crypto app would you recommend that is similar to Binance? Binance doesn't allow Louisiana users. My Doge is in Robinhood, but as you know, you don't actually own them. Yes, of course. I'm in Louisiana also, so I personally trade my Doge on KuCoin. I have a referral link to the KuCoin exchange in the description if you'd like to take a look at the KuCoin exchange. I've personally been using them for years and have no problems with them. Also, if you wait a little while, Robinhood has announced that they plan on getting wallets out, individual wallets to all the Doge investors. So it looks like there's a good possibility very soon that you will have access to your coin on Robinhood. And if you so choose to move them out at that time, you can use KuCoin, amongst others, but I just personally use KuCoin. Let's see. Being asked about Freecoin, Kin, and Dexa. Unfortunately, I'm not familiar with those coins. I have heard of them, obviously, being in the space for a long time, but I have not researched them. Let's see. Frank's Kitchen once more. Do you ever feel crypto taking over you sometimes? I keep checking. If you're in the crypto space right now and not checking your phone every few minutes, you're probably not normal. I check my crypto all day long. Uphold, yeah, I hear good things about Uphold, another investment app. Let's see. KuCoin is if you go down in the description, my friend, there's a referral link. It's spelled KuCoin. You just click that link and it'll bring you straight there, and you can get all the information for the exchange you want there. Thank you. 435 people in the stream, 223 likes. It looks like we have some room to grow. So if you don't mind hitting that like button and subscribe button, if you're enjoying the content and or at least entertained, don't forget to hit the notification bell. It will notify you the minute we go live. And please, for those that are new to the channel and are not aware, don't forget tomorrow at 6 p.m. Central Time on our next live stream, we will be giving away 1,000 Dogecoin to one lucky subscriber. So turning notifications on after subscribing is how you will make sure you do not miss our free giveaways here at the Bradley Assassin live stream. Thanks, everybody. Let's see. Mr. Edward Lack says, how can Doge succeed with 10,000 coins released per minute? Is it 10,000 coins per minute? I know they have a yearly expectation of depending on the miners. I think it fluctuates pretty much. But, a lot of people have touched on that since coming into the space that aren't familiar with crypto as a whole. Ethereum is a coin that has endless supply. And obviously, isn't frowned upon in that aspect. So while, of course, it would be best if the coin was capped or at least had some coin burn off of some sort, but it's not a killer for the coin. And like I mentioned before and many times here on the stream, the the development team is back working on the coin. So we're in high expectation and anticipation of what they're going to announce for the future of Dogecoin. Is it going to be a cap or a burn off? We don't know. But any news that comes from the development team is going to be very exciting. So thank you for the question. And Mr. Edward Lax with the $5 super chat, which I just answered. So I appreciate the $5 super chat. Very very generous of you. And like I said, you know, it's not a positive by any means that they do produce new coins, but it's not the only coin that has an endless supply. But like I just touched on, with the development team working, we're in high anticipation of what they're doing and what's going to come out with that. And you never know, really. I mean, ultimately they could fork the coin and make cut the supply, and whatever happens is going to be exciting news. And we're I search every day, all day to get information on that.
Released every minute.
Let's see. Yes, 5 billion per year is the Doge cap. Yes, right now. Explosive Mercs MC says Cardano is very popular to hold right now. Yes, very bullish on Cardano. The experts and expectation across the crypto space is that Cardano looks to be a huge in the future. So if you're interested in investing in Cardano, as most coins right now in the crypto space, buy and hold is the way to go. Super Wet says Doge is just like the US dollar, except there is control of how many dollars we print, or so we think. Yeah, I'm not too sure about that. The fiat, the dollar, the US dollar has just been declining and declining and declining. Our government thinks it's fun to just continually print money. Ultimately, that's not going to end up very well for anyone. That's why cash is trash, is taking off. The crypto space is booming. We're looking forward to where the crypto space is going. Thank you for the comment, my friend. Ty Gregg says, I love the stream, man, but not with the Doge army anymore. Made my money back with Litecoin and then moved to Coinbase. Completely understandable, my friend. Appreciate you taking some time to give us some views and supporting the stream. Ultimately, yes, absolutely. It's your money, my friend. Completely free to do what you choose. And we hope everything works out for you. We really do. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. Okay, Mercy says, what is a legit crypto broker? Well, there are many. Binance is number one, obviously. If you're in a region where you can't use Binance, I suggest KuCoin, as they trade in Dogecoin and Vechain. And I do have a referral link to them in my description if you would like to at least see if that's an exchange for you. Can you pronounce my last name? I better be able to. That's my wife's maiden name. Some people say Melanson, some people say Melanson, but my wife is formally a Melanson. I would be in trouble if I couldn't pronounce that one, my friend. That's good to know, LA Gamer. Cool, man. Let's see. Trevor Coleman says, with day trading Doge being effective, will that negatively affect the main goal of $1? Not in the long run. Obviously, the market cap is going to continue to build, whether the day traders are buying and selling. That's just, it's kind of the same as people taking profits, however you want to look at it. That's just part of the game that's going to happen. There's nothing you can do about it. But I think ultimately, it's just part of the name of the game, part of the bumps in the road. XRP, yes, we touch on that often here on the stream. If you go back and check out some of my previous live streams that are all uploaded to YouTube, you can see I touch on that practically every day. But the real short version, because I've touched on it twice already today. Yes, XRP is an amazing project with an amazing team. If they can get through the SEC hearings winners, expect to see a significant volume come into the space. with an all-time high back in January of 2018 of $3.50. The coin has tons of room to improve. So yes, I feel XRP has a strong future as long as they can get through the SEC hearings. Okay. I do not invest in stocks. I only invest in crypto. That's just a personal choice, as I have a much better grasp and understanding of crypto because I've been involved in it for years now, on both the mining side and just the Coinbase side and the blockchain industry. I just feel more knowledgeable and I feel more comfortable investing in crypto. Vechain price prediction. Okay, I guess I can officially give my Vechain price prediction as I do every day. Right after I answer or comment on Shank Zula's $5 super chat. Thank you for the $5 super chat, incredibly generous. And it says, love the content, keep teaching the masses. Thank you for the comment, incredibly generous and very flattering. Again, you know, I'm not an expert. I basically just share the information I have with everyone. If people are learning on it, or at least using it as an avenue to go do their own research, then I will take credit for it. But please understand that I'm not an expert. Thank you, Shank Zula. And back to the Vechain price prediction. Okay. I think Vechain, because a few things going on with Vechain. We're awaiting the proof of authority 2.0, which is happening, I mean, probably within the next couple months. They announced that back in like November or December, so it's been working on it for a while. So when that hits, and then they're also they're bringing in some other things to start doing smart contracts on Uniswap, maybe. There's so much going on with Vechain. Ultimately, look, if those things take place at any point in the next few months, I fully expect to see Vechain approach 15 to 20 cents at some point at the height of the altcoin season this year. A lot of hype and crypto people are saying it can approach much more than that. I'm very conservative, so if we can get to 15 to 20 cents, I would have no problems with that at all. Long term, I fully see Vechain getting to the dollar mark. Now, is that going to take 2 years, maybe 3 years, probably, but I buy and hold, and there's a very good chance Vechain can approach at least $1. And if you go look at some of the more I guess hype related people, or those that are a little more bullish, and I'm as bullish as it gets. I'm just also conservative, but some people are saying sky's the limit for Vechain, and I agree. But just to not outspeak and sound ridiculous, this year 20 cents, 15 to 20 cents, long term at least $1. But there's a very strong possibility, if everything goes right, Vechain can be a $2 to $3 coin in the future, at least. So yeah, I'm very bullish on Vechain. You just have to be patient. You know, these technical sides and the development things have to happen, and they are happening. The partnerships are already there. They're partnered with Walmart China, DHL, Renault, BMW. It goes on and on and on. That's already there. So if that side of it gets implicated on the worldwide, you know, if they branch out to like Walmart USA and stuff like that through the corporations, then when we say sky's the limit, I mean sky's the limit. So very, very excited for Vechain. Price prediction for Ethereum at the end of 2021. Well, like I said a few minutes ago, coming into the year for the height of the altcoin season, some people were predicting a $2,000 to $2,500 coin. And being that we're approaching a $2,000 coin now, I fully see Ethereum getting to a $3,000 coin by the end of the year without much difficulty. BitTorrent, another one of those low market cap coins that look like some people were attempting to manipulate the market on. I could be completely wrong. I don't get involved with pump and dump situations, and I'm just not interested. Oh, another thing too. I just see Mr. Aaron Ritterbush says, with the uprise and hype, could Coinbase carry it? Better chance at least of that. Yeah, okay. So that's another thing. The truth is, the Vechain community has been waiting for Coinbase to list it. I mean, for the last 6 months. Like there were some murmurings about it, like towards the fourth quarter of 2020, and it never happened, and it still hasn't happened. But a coin like that with the, I mean, I don't know. I really don't know what Coinbase's, what their stipulations are and their restrictions for letting coins onto their site. But I can't think of a better coin to bring into the Coinbase family. It's a 5-star rated cryptocurrency. It's got the fundamentals. It's got partnerships. It's in place. It's working. It's amazing. I don't really know why it's not there yet, but I would think ultimately they're probably going to have to, based on its notoriety, the steam it's gaining, and how large it's becoming in the crypto space. And also historically, anytime a coin gets listed on Coinbase, historically you see it at least 10 to 15% spike in price and volume. So that's another thing we have to look forward to. If that happens along with the POA 2.0, which is happening, that's going to probably all take place this year. If all that takes place this year, I mean, the whole 20-cent expectation is just going to get blown out of the water. And I mean, it's going to be very exciting when all that starts to happen. Let's see. Vechain or Chainlink, which one do you think will increase more during the years to come? From a percentage standpoint and a profitability standpoint, I think you'll make more on Vechain just because the buy-in right now is only 5.5 cents. But from the higher cost, like the actual monetary cost, like the value of it, I think Chainlink's obviously going to be the more valuable coin in terms of gross cost, because obviously the supply is much lower on Chainlink and the cost is already higher. I think we're at like a $32, $33 coin. There's talk of Chainlink approaching a $75 coin this year. So, your higher circulation coins are never going to be able to achieve that high dollar amount like that, probably. So obviously, Chainlink might have a bigger dollar amount, but VeChain will ultimately bring you more percentage gains. And we are at the 1 hour and 50 cent 1 hour and 50 minute mark in the stream, ladies and gentlemen. We typically run about a 2-hour stream. We seem to settle on, and as we do every day here on the Bradley Assassin live stream, we're going to play our little game. I will stream for another 9 minutes for the 2-hour stream mark, or if we hit 400 likes, whichever one comes first. So 400 likes or another 9 minutes, whichever one comes first. Let's see what y'all got. Okay, Frank's Kitchen asking, do I think XRP could reach $20 to $30? It's very possible. It's going to take, some... Oh, look, my son is is asking for a shout out. It's my Mr. Me is my son, and he's got a streaming channel. If you guys want to go give him some love, we'd appreciate it. But yeah, my MREE. Yeah, I have to give him a shout out. Okay, got you, buddy. But yeah. So what was I just touching on? XRP getting to $20, $30. Alex, stop spamming. So yeah, it can. A lot of people are very, very bullish on XRP. I am too as well. I like to keep my expectations in check until we get some results from the hearings at the end of the month. But yeah, I mean, anything's possible. Being that it was at $3.50 in January of 2018, it can definitely get back to that point. A $20, $30 coin is really pushing it. That's 5, 6, 7 years down the road kind of thing, I would think. But in the next 2 to 3 years, if everything goes right, it could be a $5 or $6 coin. Let's see. Mr. Jalen Fortier says, I love your streams. I'm invested in Doge, Ethereum, and Cardano. 18 years old and in it for the long term. Any suggestions for any other cryptos to invest in? Well, I personally suggest, my personal opinion, and what I'm heavily invested in is VeChain and Chainlink. But I do invest in Doge, Ethereum, and Cardano as well. So you're not in any bad coins, in my opinion. Ultimately, if you want to do some research on the coins that we discuss here, and you can make some decisions from there. But what you chose to invest in are smart, in my opinion. I'm not an expert, but it certainly looks like some nice coins. Let's see. The Graph, I'm also invested in. That's the coin I left out. I knew there was a coin I was leaving out. I'm very bullish on the Graph as well. The Graph ultimately is a blockchain project that will categorize, and you can categorize information on the blockchain. Basically, some people are calling it like the Google of the blockchain, where you'll be able to pull information and categorically look up and sort which information across all of the blockchain. It's a massive undertaking, obviously, but they seem to be one of the few that are involved in it, and if not, they're at least the front runners. And we've seen exponential growth from them recently, and I think it's only going to get better. A project that, as time goes on and they solidify their workings and can prove that it can be done, and have a real working search engine going, that project can really be exponential in growth. Up to 300 likes, ladies and gentlemen. 5 minutes till the two-hour stream mark. Let's see what y'all got. Mr. Mikioka says ADA is going to be a hit at the end of the month. Yeah, ADA has been on the up and up for sure lately. So we are looking forward to the future of ADA, that's for sure. Mr. Marin Knox, how do you invest in the Graph? I thought if you live in the US, you can't invest in it. GRT is available on Coinbase, my friend. Okay, let's see. Do I feel an incoming crypto crash is coming? A lot of growth? No, not really. The previous bubble was completely different from now. Right now, we have so many investment firms involved, hedge funds. Industrial money coming into the space now. Whereas before, we didn't have all that. Now you have, with Tesla, there's so many corporations involved now. There's some serious investment money in the space now, where we've had 3 years for the market to become what it is, and it just took a few years for the adoption that we're at now. So many people, so many of these investment people, and keep in mind, banks didn't want crypto to succeed. Banks, they hated it, and rightfully so. We don't want to keep paying fees to banks and penalties to banks and being told what we can and can't do with our money. So banks didn't want this at all. But ultimately, it's too far gone now, and the blockchain technology is taking over and becoming the future. So now it's a mad scramble to get in, and now you see tons of banks investing, bringing in. You got your Visa and your MasterCard and everyone coming on board. I think we're way past the point to be considered a bubble or where it was before 3 years ago. It's just the tech has become a realization, and even the old money and the old influencers and people that didn't understand it, it doesn't matter. You don't need to understand it to know that it's becoming adopted, and it's going to be the future. Mr. Edward Lax, do you recommend Coinbase or another exchange? I personally use Coinbase, yes. While they don't have all the coins, if you are interested in trading Dogecoin and or Vechain, I personally suggest and use KuCoin. I would be using Binance if I was allowed to, but I'm not. So I'll use KuCoin for those coins. If you're interested in looking at the exchange, I do have a referral code in the description that you can use to benefit us both. XLM is very strong. Another fantastic project that obviously seems to be running along with XRP. Ultimately, I think if XRP fails with the hearings, XLM will explode. And on the vice versa, if XRP comes out unscathed, I think XLM will kind of calm down a little bit. Is VTHO a good investment? Yes. Yes, a lot of things are happening on the VTHO network. But ultimately, I prefer Vechain only because it produces VTHO as a reward. Therefore, it's kind of killing two birds with one stone. You can generate free VTHO if you stake your Vechain, and that's just what I prefer to do. That way, I'm kind of covering both avenues when it comes to Vechain and or VTHO. Will KuCoin draw crypto from Robinhood? Well, ultimately, you're going to have to wait till Robinhood issues its investors their wallets, if I'm not mistaken, to be able to pull the coin off of Robinhood. I don't personally use Robinhood, so I'd have to get, the community would have to verify that. But I think we're waiting on Robinhood to create those wallets so that if people choose to get off of there, it can be done at that point. Mr. Giancarlo Dalmazo, how's the baker, man? Greetings from Chile. Good to see you again, my friend. Thank you. Everything's okay. I had a busted water line from the freeze, but I repaired that today, and we are back in action, and everything's good. Just busy, and trying to find time to bring the content to everyone while juggling life and work. but we're in it to win it, and we're looking forward to the future in crypto. Hopefully, these investments we're making now turn into something special, right? I personally stake my Vechain in the Exodus wallet. There are other options, but I was limited because of my region, like where I'm at. But Exodus makes it incredibly simple to stake your Vechain. You simply have to put Vechain in the Exodus wallet, and it automatically starts producing VTHOR tokens for you. And that's it, ladies and gentlemen. We have approached the 2-hour stream mark again. Another 2-hour stream here every day at the Bradley Assassin live stream. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, hit that notification bell so you can know when we go live every single day. And ultimately, super important, tomorrow at 6 p.m. Central Time, we will be streaming, and we will be giving away 1,000 Dogecoin to one lucky subscriber. So make sure you get those notifications on so you don't miss when we go live tomorrow, so you can get your chance at 1,000 free Dogecoin. Yes, I go live every day here at the Bradley Assassin live stream on YouTube. So make a note. We'd love to see everyone back here tomorrow for the giveaways. And if you can't, that's fully understandable. But just pick another time. I'm here every day. Yeah, thanks everyone for the likes, the subs, the shares, everything. Don't forget, in the description, there are links to the equipment I use. If you guys are interested in my setup, there's a link to the Ledger Nano S, some cold storage if you're interested in storing your cryptocurrency off of the internet, off of in a web-based browser, so to speak. And there is a KuCoin referral code if you're having trouble finding an exchange that deals in Dogecoin and Vechain, as they deal in at least both of those and multiple other coins. So that's it for now. If I'm leaving anything out, I apologize, but we'll get back into it tomorrow, as tomorrow is going to be a super stream. I'm expecting a ton of activity, so bring your big boy boots and bring your big boy pants, because it's going to be wild tomorrow. And that's it for now. Thanks everybody. Goodbye. Stay safe and stay warm. Goodbye.